Testing the overnight low, Zika suggested that we've got, this is an important low, this 36.25. I agree, that's actually where our magnet is. So underneath the pink line and the red and green and blue line on the 30-minute chart, we have the umbrella as long as we stay under it. And primarily, I'm looking at this as range trading, this last swing from yesterday. That's what's being resolved right now. And overnight, 37.5 was the angel, 44.25. The demon broke yesterday's high by a tick. No big deal, obviously. And we said that 46. Obviously, the shorts need to contain the bounce and keep it under 46. I don't have a strong feeling about today other than the JV team on the field. Both sides have protected their turf well. And anybody that's playing short side, remember, you don't want to get caught and trapped today. Hit bounces fine. And then accept stops on trailers. Today's probably a two-way day for the first hour. And we know that looking at the RTH chart, underneath the 41 helps the short side. And that being said, if we are above this low right here, then we've got this mess to contend with. So really, it's fairly important where we open today, in my opinion. Obviously more important where we close, but this will give us clues. So if we're opening above this 39 zone, then the first battlefield obviously will be probably resolving this last high right here, this 42. So currently that would seem to be the ball field that we're playing in right now. And a reminder, we have shifted to the 10-minute chart. And today probably we'll make the adjustment to shift to the 15. There's our 10, and we'll put the 15. So it's starting to flatten out, the blue line, and that indicates more range-type trading. You take a look at the bigger picture. You can see that we've had a very strong push up. We've had a head and shoulders at the top. We had one at the bottom, inverted head and shoulders, and we pulled back. So I think this 49 area, probably key resistance, call it 50 obviously. And for the short side to continue to have their way, better to stay obviously under this 40 zone. And I always give it a leeway of a point or two. But you can see how we've had the sharp drop, we've had a sharp bounce, we've had another sharp drop. So even bounces, I think, we're going to keep an eye on this downtrend line. So even bounces, if they bounce today, they still could roll over. And then we want to look for evidence of another potential bottom formation or bounce. So keep an eye on that low. So that's what I'm looking at. And you can see how we've made a lower low and rejected it and come back, and a nice bounce, no doubt. But we're still in the bottom half of this recent range. Back to that 36 area, so realistically, I think you can probably play both sides. My preference has been, obviously, to try to hit the bounce since we had a good sharp sell-off, since we've been running for 4 years straight up. My preference has been to hit the bounces and see if we get lucky. And so far, that's worked very well in the last few weeks. And then all of a sudden, it won't work for a bit, and then it'll roll over again. So currently, in terms of today's trade, I'm going to try to hit the bounces. I'm not going to be a hero. We've had a great week. And if we can find a couple scalp-type trades, we will. And if not, so be it. And probably won't trade much at all this afternoon. In fact, my recommendation is you leave town, close up shop. Summer is ending. It's going to be a long holiday weekend. So get her done mode, and this is the type of day could go all day, just chop, 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 and then they could make a sharp move in the last half hour. So it's typically frustrating type environment. And I'm looking at this as this 36 zone as key support for now. Got to bust that to get back in and then try to take out that last 34. So these are your supports right now. So splitting that difference, call it 35. 35 trying to hold right now. Obviously the high at 45 overnight. So that's the range type trade right now. And don't make it any more complicated than that.